Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel RN ArchiVision. So I hope you have liked my videos that I have shared with you earlier, the class 1 and class 2. If you haven't taken a look over it, I'll put the links in the description box, or you can actually find it up in the I button. So for today, let's get started more into detail of using the walls, doors and windows, and also the flooring. So as I have said in the previous video, that the walls that is given to you by the Revit, it is by default that you have different sizes and the shapes and the different materials of the walls that are given to you over here, right? And we have used these to create the basic 3D structure of it. We have seen how to install the doors and windows earlier in the class. For today, what we're going to do is we're going to come up with our own sizes of the wall, own different sizes of the wall. So for the exterior wall, generally the size of it is around like 9 to 10 inches, and for the interior walls it's generally 4 inches. So let us now create one of the exterior walls by giving all the details, like giving the brickwork over it, giving the plaster, and also giving that proper hatch work over it. So we're going to take a look of how we are going to do that. So when you just open this tab, you can't really find you know the sizes of what you are personally looking out for. So I want like 9-inch size brick wall, but you don't really have that over here, right? You have like 8 inches, 12 inches, 5 inches, and all of these sizes, but I don't want to use that. I want to create my own size. So what I'm going to use is like going to take generic 8-inch wall, going to click on edit type. All right, so once you click on edit type, what you're going to have over here is that you need to duplicate this and create a new one. So I'm going to just duplicate this, give a name as I would say like 9-inch brick wall. All right, so I'm going to click OK. So once you just do that, you can see that this is a 9-inch brick wall, but when you just see the width, it's still 8 inches. So I want to have like an in sync of these two, but I can't really find that, right? So for that, what we're gonna do is you can't even edit this over here because they haven't kept that addition over here, so we can't really edit this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just click on this edit section of the structure, and this something comes near you. What we're going to do is we are going to change the size of the walls over here. We're going to change that to 9 inches as of what we want right now. Click OK, and yeah, see, we have 9-inch, but this is just a normal basic wall, but we want some addition of like bricks, we want an addition of plaster and all the different things that we are really looking out for. So again, gonna get back to edit, and as I said, the general way is to have like a 9-inch exterior wall. So for that, what I'm going to do is going to go for preview. That is going to give me an idea of how the wall is going to look like. And what I'm going to do is, instead of 9-inch over here, I'm going to make an 8-inch of a wall, and I need a brick brick exterior look for the wall. So now for that, what I'm going to do is, over here we need to change that material to brick. So under this by category, I'm going to click over it. You can see the 3 dots over here. Click over the 3 dots, and this is something which pops up near you. So over here you have like different materials like brick, common, carpet, cherry, door panels, earth, glass, and everything is present over here. And we are looking out for brick, so we're going to just enter brick, and here you have is the brick common and the brick solid goes. We don't want either of those. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this and duplicate this. All right, and going to give the name as brick, which is red in color. All right, because it's generally red, right? That what we usually see. So we're going to select this, and we got this big brick red. Now this is still like a little weird looking brick, so we're gonna just change few things in it. So we're gonna firstly move on with the appearance over here. So first thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna see the identity of this brick. In this case, what we have is the name is written to be brick red. If you want to give any description, you can actually give any sort of description for this. If you want to write down where was this manufactured model, the cost of it, the URL of it, everything you can actually give it over here, like basic details that is required mostly by the companies. So you can actually give that over here. Now moving on with the graphics, whenever you just do this changes, when you're giving any change towards your wall, door or anything, you just need to click this use render appearance. That is going to give you a better view of it. All right, and now next what we're going to do is we don't need this foreground section or any sort of cut over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just click this and select none. All right, and but what we're going to do is we need the cut pattern. So when you're just finding out the section view of it, it gives you a beautiful cut pattern of the brick. So for that we're going to use the brick cross section, see masonry brick. So we're going to click over here. You also have like sand, wood and all, but I'm clicking wood, brick over here as we're using brick, and click OK. So it's going to give you a pretty cut pattern when you just see the section view. Moving on with the appearance, so over here we need to change the color of this brick. So for that what we're going to do is you can see this particular button that replaces this asset. So you're going to click over that, and this is the tab that opens up near you. And over here you can actually find all the materials that is provided by the Revit software. So you're gonna click on this ones, so you have like a lot of the materials that you can find it over here, so that you can just apply that onto your products, onto the doors, windows, or any material that you're using inside your project. And that's going to give you a better view or a better rendered view of your project. So now in this case what we're going to do is we're going to go with masonry, and then in here we're going to choose brick. Okay, so masonry brick, we are gonna use like basically I would use brick solder, or do we have a red one? Mm-mm-mm. 1 minute. Okay, so we have the solder red brick color over here. So we're gonna just use this particular brick. So over here under this appearance library, or you can actually see so many materials. So under this masonry, what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on any of these. So I want a red color brick. So what I'm gonna do is I can see masonry brick category. Okay, and I'm gonna just choose this brick. So how do we choose this? You have to click over this button right towards the corner, click it over here, which means that that has been logged and is selected for your wall. So now we're going to close this, and we got this red color brick. Now what we have over here is the physical and the thermal sections for it. Now in most cases you won't be finding any physical or thermal sections inside your Revit projects. So what you're going to do is in this case these are the three basic things that is provided by Revit, and there is this additional plus sign just next to your appearance portion. Click on that plus sign and you can actually find your physical and thermal properties as well. So you can actually click over this physical properties, and you can actually see the common brick. You can either like choose it from here, from the brick sections, and select one of the bricks. So like for the masonry part you don't really have anything over here, so I'm going to get back to over here and go into this. So I'm going to use the common brick over here, gonna select that, close it. So I have used the brick common, and then for the thermal I'm gonna do the very same thing. Gonna select one of these, gonna go in masonry. I don't have it over here, so I will just take a look over the next part of it. We don't have it over here as well, so I'm gonna just go typing over here as brick just to find something for myself. So what I have over here is a heavyweight, lightweight, normal, fire clay. These are all masonry, and these are all thermal aspects of it, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the brick, normal, fire clay, because that is going to be the wall that's going to be used for the exterior part of it. So I'm going to just select that and going to close it. All right, so now I got like a fire clay brick for my thermal aspect of it. I'm going to click apply and okay. All right, so see, you can actually see the cut over here. Now what we're going to do over here is we need a plaster on the top. We need a plaster on top of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a section. Okay, we're going to insert one section, two sections I would say, because we need plaster at the top as well as at the bottom. So this one over here, what we're going to name this as plaster. This is going to be the first structure. So in this case, the plaster size, the thickness of the plaster would be 0.5 inches. Okay, and the second is also going to be the same as 0.5 inches. So now why have I taken this brick to be 8 inches and the plaster to be half of inch each? Why? Because this will total up to 9 inches. See, you can see the total thickness, it should total up to 9 inches. Now as you can see, these two plasters are placed side by up on top of each other. So you need to change that. So what you're going to do is you're going to select one of these and gonna send them down. All right, you're gonna send them down. So make sure that your plaster over here is completely at the bottom, and then you have like the layer below wrap and the brick, and on top of that again you're gonna just send this up. All right, you're gonna send this up so you can just see the pattern of it. All right, now we need to give the material. We don't have the material yet. Okay, you just have like the way you have material for the brick, you don't have the material for the plaster. You're going to select that. So click over the three buttons. Okay, click over the three buttons over here, and now we're going to click plaster. So over here what we're going to do is we're going to just type out plaster. All right, and over here we got gypsum wall board. Okay, that is also pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to first start seeing the identity portion. Over here you can add cost, URL, model. That is totally up to you people if you want to add anything, but for me I don't want to add anything, so I'm going to just leave that the way it is. And now moving on with graphics section, as I said, you need to click over use render appearance. That is going to give you even better view for your projects. For the foreground, the surface pattern foreground, I don't want any pattern, so I'm going to just leave that as none. For the cut pattern, I need this, you know, plaster appearance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here and going to find, yeah, I have the plaster. Gonna click OK. So I got the foreground cut pattern to be gypsum plaster. So this is something really important. Why? Because, you know, it's gonna give you a good appearance, a good view of the section. So like, you know, this is something I would personally prefer. It's again, it's totally up to you people. Now moving on with the appearance, we actually don't have a good appearance over here, so we're gonna just find one. So now what I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to find an appearance for it. So I'm going to just click over here and going to find out plaster. So plaster is like a stucco, right? So we're going to just go over here, and I think I'll be using maybe like a fine white. Yeah, I think I'll be using fine white. So I'm going to just click on this button so that is like locked. That means that it's going to be used in the material, and we're going to just close this. All right, so now over here we got this appearance over here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do the same for the physical portion of it. We're going to just find a material for it. So now this has opened up, and now over here we're gonna find out again stucco, and as we don't have anywhere, okay. All right, so in this case what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just find out plaster just by typing it over here, so it gets a little easier for you to find. So I'm gonna use gypsum board. I'm gonna just give a selection to that. So I think I'll be using gypsum wall board, so I'm gonna just select that and gonna close this up. All right, so that is selected. Now for the thermal portion, again, I'm going to select and done. So you're gonna apply it and gonna click OK for it. All right, so that is created over here. But as you can see, this part of it 0.5 inch is gypsum wall, but for this there's no category. So what you're going to do is you're going to simply click over here and again select the gypsum wall and click OK. You need not create that again because you have already created that once and it is already saved. So you can just select that directly. Now this is the thing that is created, but there's an issue in it. Okay, what is the issue? I'll show that to you. You can click OK. Okay, and now I'm going to create a wall. So I'm going to create this exterior wall. all right? And as you can see, this wall is created. Now I'm going to create like another wall from the middle, all right? So now when you just get a little closer, all right, and using these you can actually find out it's better to just save your projects once you just start doing. So let me go with the fine details of it. So as you can see, these fine details would give you better look of it, right? Now as you can see, this is like the plaster at the top, this is plaster at the bottom, and the brickwork. But as you can see, while you're connecting these two walls, there is actually, you know, there isn't proper connection. There is a plaster that is interrupting the connection of these two walls. So that is an issue which doesn't really work out well as an architecture or civil engineer. So what we're going to do is you need to make some other changes. That's the same issue over here as well. So what you're going to do is get back to edit type. Okay, you're going to edit that, and now what you're going to do is you're going to just move this gypsum up and this gypsum over here down. All right, so now what is it is like, you know, this is the brick wall which is having a wrap at the top and the bottom, and then there is a gypsum wall board completely at the top and the bottom. And now another thing what you need to do is you need to just wrap this completely from all the four corners. So you need to do this default wrapping. At insert you're going to do this exterior, and at the end also in the exterior. Select that, click OK, and now as you can see, there's a huge change in it. Now when you just see the find, there is no interruption of this, and this looks pretty good now, right? There is a proper connection of these walls from here and everywhere around over here in this particular wall formation. So that is something really important, and I hope you have all liked watching this video. And if you want, you can actually do these changes for anything as according to your wish. Making brick walls or making any sort of walls, you can actually do that changes just the way I have showed you right now. I hope you have liked my videos. Please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, do share it with your friends so that it is helpful for them as well to know the details of this, because these details are never shown in your classes. You need to learn that from somewhere, and I'm making sure that I give you each and every details into depth so that it gets easy for you when you're working over your plans. I hope you really like my video. Please do share it with your friends, like my video, and if you have any questions or anything that you would want me to teach, you can put that in the comment section below. I will definitely come back with those videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel.